This I wanna nail sports to the bone. Top blogger, top YouTube channel. No matter which sports, here we got it covered. Subscribe and hit the notification bell.
What's up, my wonderful peeps? Sports to the bone here again, man. Shout out to all the viewers, subscribers, and the followers. Big up on yourself. Alright, my viewers, so I have a couple of stories here that I want to take a look at. But before we go any further, just gonna ask you to get the golden rule out of the way. You know what it is. Please to hit that subscribe button. If you have already subscribed, go ahead and leave a like on the video. And also make sure you drop a comment. Now, as I said, I have a couple of things I want to share with you guys. We're going to be taking a look at 4 players with the highest strike rate in T20 death overs since the 2016 T20 World Cup. We also want to take a look at a Jamaican-born Swiss sprinter, Alex Wilson, who is set to miss the Olympic due to suspension. And the final thing that we want to zoom in on is the fact that Bermuda, they have won their first gold medal at the Olympics, courtesy of Flora Duffy. So we're going to be looking at that also, because you know we have to big up Bermuda, you know, our neighbors. So let us start things off with some cricket now, my viewers and subscribers. So oftentimes we talk about T20 players that are the best when it comes on to finishing off games. But sometimes when we talk, we are just talking based off, you know, emotions and based off things that we would have come to love about players, not necessarily what is on paper. And I am going to give you the 4 players who are said to be the best when it comes on to death over since 2016. At number 4 is Pakistan standout Shoaib Malik, a man that has been playing cricket for so long. You know, you would be forgiven to think the man is about 40 or 50. He has been there around for quite some time. Now, his strike rate in the death overs, we're talking about 196.15. Yeah, man. So, Shoaib Malik, he comes in at number 4. At number 3, we have the captain of India, the man that seems as if he loves cricket more than anything else, Mr. Virat Kohli. And he has a strike rate in the death over of 197.44. Alright, at number 2, or at second place, we have the middle order batsman from Australia, Glenn Maxwell. Yeah, man, we all know how Glenn Maxwell plays his cricket. Is either a hit or a miss. And when he hit, my viewers and subscribers, usually his team would end up on the winning side. Especially not only playing for Australia, but we know he's a man that plays trade around the world in the different T20 leagues. So he's at number 2 with a strike rate of 225. Yeah, man, in the death overs, one of the highest strike rates since 2016. And at number 1, surprisingly, my viewers and subscribers, at number 1 is a man representing Afghanistan. Yeah, man, not Australia, not India, not Pakistan, not England, not any of those teams. Yeah, man, Mohamed Nabi. And we are talking about the highest strike rate since the 2016 T20 World Cup in the death overs. His strike rate is of 226.40. So just a little bit higher than Glenn Maxwell's own, who is 225. So shout out to Mohamed Nabi. We know Afghanistan, they are producing some good cricketers, you know, but the problem is that they are not usually able to put together a good level 11 at the same time. You understand? They might can find a core like a good 4 or 5 players that, you know, can compete with almost anybody in the world. But, you know, usually they really struggle to find a strong 11. But it is indeed good when we see teams like Afghanistan producing some good players, because if you look at it, they have people like Rashid Khan and those guys that are, you know, doing pretty well. So it's very good to see an Afghanistan player standing neck and head and shoulders above the other players where this is concerned. So this is a man that once you sign him in your T20 team, you can expect that some amount of fireworks, especially down there in the latter part of the innings. All right, so that is the news as it regards to the cricket. let us move on now to some track and field. And we see where Jamaican-born sprinter, Swiss sprinter, Alex Wilson is set to miss the Olympic. So apparently he's he was born in Jamaica, but he represents Switzerland. So he is set to miss the Olympic, as he was actually given a provisional suspension by his anti-doping body, and he was actually contesting it with the hopes of running at this year's Olympics. But it doesn't seem as if that is going to work, my viewers, because CAS, that is the Court of Arbitration for Sport, they have actually upheld the decision. And the fact of the matter is that it seems as if everything is tumbling down on him right now. And all of this is as a result of a sample that was collected from him in out of competition in March. Yeah, man. And the sample returned a positive test for anabolic steroids, and he was hoping that he could have contested it based on the circumstances according to him. How it got into his body. Now, according to Mr. Wilson, he said that it would have gotten into his body, from a contaminated beef that he would have ate at a Jamaican restaurant in the US. So that is the excuse that he was using, or the reason. But the Court of Arbitration for Sport upheld the ruling and said that he's not going to be able to perform. So it's a bit sad. But at the end of the day, as I always say, whether you're representing Jamaica, whether you're representing US, UK, whatever it is, the rules are the same, and you are always responsible for whatever is in your body, whether you purposefully insert it or not. The fact that it is there, you are the man that you are the person that they are going to hold accountable for it, because you should be responsible for whatever goes into your body. So that is the bit that I wanted to share with you pertaining to that. Now, just to finish up, my viewers and subscribers, we see where Bermuda, Bermuda, they have actually won their first gold medal, and it was courtesy of a performance from Flora Duffy. She was victorious in the women's triathlon. And for those who are not too sure, when we're talking about triathlon, usually the competitors are required to compete in 3 disciplines, usually cycling, swimming, and some long distance running. So Bermuda, they have secured their first medal courtesy of this brilliant lady here. And when she was interviewed, my viewers, she was saying that to herself, while she was competing, she cannot quit, she can't quit, because the entire nation, or the entire country of Bermuda, was definitely supporting her, and she carried all their hopes on her shoulder. So she saw that, boy, she had to finish the event, and she's extremely proud that she was able to not only finish but to come out victorious. So we are indeed happy when we see our neighbors doing being successful at what they are doing. And she finished her event in a time of 1 hour and 55 minutes. So we want to say a big shout out to Bermuda. The triathlon is something that is not very popular. A lot of people tend to focus on the track and the field events when it comes on to the Olympic. But we're talking about the 100, the 200, and all of that. But events like these, athletes have to prepare equally, or even they are probably required to prepare way more than some of the disciplines that we really highlight. So shout out to this athlete here. And just a final take, guys. Our Jamaican boxer that was there to represent us. His dream has finished. He was actually defeated earlier this morning. So his hopes of going further in the Olympics has finished. So we just want to say a shout out to him. He qualified, and he was able to represent us. At the end of the day, things are not always going to go as how you want it. But the good thing is that he can call himself an Olympian, because he was able to represent. Same thing with our gymnast. She wasn't able to do all her routine, but she represented us, and we are indeed grateful because, as I said, guys, it is no easy task for them to train for 4 years. This time around 5 years, and then just go in and perform. And there is no medal in that is reserved for anybody. You have to go in and work for it. And they weren't able to win a medal, but we are still proud of them. All right, so we're gonna leave this one right here for now, my viewers and subscribers. Until later on, sports to the bone, keeping you informed. Please remember to like, share, leave us a comment. If you have not yet subscribed, please go right ahead and subscribe to the channel. I'm out.